So you're a dog owner in Buckeye, Arizona, and you know that life with your four-legged friend is, well, it's an adventure, right? And to make the most of that adventure, having a well-trained dog makes all the difference. This explainer is all about helping you find that perfect professional trainer so you and your dog can really thrive together here in Buckeye.
You know, the environment in Buckeye is pretty unique. One minute you can be on a quiet residential street, and the next you might be navigating the trails at Skyline Regional Park or the busy Verrado Marketplace. A great trainer really understands this local setting and helps prepare your dog for all of it. Our goal here is pretty simple. We want to give you the practical info you need to check out local trainers and pick one that you feel really confident about. So let's get to it. Okay, let's start with the basics of what you'll need to look for. We're going to cover the three main things to consider when you're evaluating any trainer: their methods, the types of training they offer, and the credentials that show they know their stuff.
First things first, you'll want a trainer who uses positive reinforcement. The idea is that modern, effective training is all about rewarding the good behavior, not punishing the bad. This approach helps build trust and actually makes learning fun for your dog, which, you guessed it, leads to much better results. So let's say you found a trainer with a philosophy you really like. The next question is, how is the training actually delivered? The format you choose can make a huge difference, so let's compare the most common options out there.
Here are the two most common choices, and you can see the main trade-offs. Group classes are awesome for practicing around other dogs and are usually more affordable. Private lessons, on the other hand, give you a totally personalized plan to work on specific issues right where they happen, like in your own home. Now, there is a third option, a board and train program. This can be a really intensive way to jumpstart your dog's training, but for these to really stick, your involvement is absolutely essential. The trainer has to teach you how to maintain all those new skills once your dog gets back home. Credentials can tell you a lot about a trainer's education and their commitment to the field. The CPD-TKA is a really solid general certification, but if you're dealing with more complex stuff like serious fear or reactivity, look in for a specialist with a CBCCKA or an IABC-CBDC is a really smart move.
All right, now that we've gone over the theory, let's get into the practical side of things. How much to budget for training, and the key questions you should be asking any potential trainer you talk to. Here's a quick look at the typical costs you can expect to see in the Buckeye area. As you can see, a 6-week group class is a pretty affordable starting point. An in-home package might be a bigger investment up front, but it's tailored just for you. And board and train? Well, that's the most intensive and costly option. This should give you a good baseline for your budget.
When you talk with a trainer, you're basically interviewing them for a job. Here are 5 questions you have to ask. Asking about their philosophy confirms they're using positive methods. And asking how they handle setbacks is critical. Every dog learns differently, and you want a trainer with a patient, flexible plan. And of course, always get the total cost up front to avoid any surprises. Now, let's bring it all back home. Knowing how to apply your dog's new skills right here in our community is where the real success happens. So here are some Buckeye-specific rules and resources to know. These are the things every responsible dog owner in town needs to know. The 6-foot leash law is in effect everywhere, unless you're in a designated off-leash area. And it's really good to know that Buckeye's rules are focused on responsible ownership and a dog's individual behavior, not their breed. Okay, so where can you go to practice? These local spots are just about perfect. The dog park over at Sundance Park is an ideal, controlled place to work on that all-important recall. And Skyline Regional Park is excellent for working on leash manners with real-world distractions like other hikers and even wildlife. You know, putting in the effort to find the right training is about so much more than just commands. It's about building a better, happier life with your dog here in Buckeye. It means enjoying those relaxed walks through Skyline Regional Park, feeling confident when you have guests over, and just having a peaceful companion at home. We wish you the best of luck in finding the perfect partner for your training journey.